and he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 54.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go, boys.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derek. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at carry. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mahomes now to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they... Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. They begin with Henry. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard of...
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
But this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd and 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Lazard. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drops. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't fool.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. This will be caught inside the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Howard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And he finds Howard complete.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Back to throw. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Mahomes to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the 4th quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points, and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for the Lions, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.